Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. I need every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. People in higher positions don't want to help anybody. They just want to talk down and point out your flaws. Let's get into it. There are people in higher positions that are worried about you. For whatever reason, you don't know, you don't care, but they're aware. And that must mean you're on the ball with something. That must mean you're doing something right. So the fact that they have an opinion, the fact that they're looking down on you, talking down on you, that means they're paying attention to you and they're noticing you for something. And most likely, what they're noticing you for is something that they don't like, something that they don't appreciate. But if it's something that they don't like, if they see something that you're doing that's not right, why wouldn't they just reach out to you and lend a helping hand, number one? Number two, why wouldn't they say how they felt about the situation in a way to where it could help you change or help you become better at what you're doing or become a better person? I thought that's what it was all about. But most people, they don't want to help anybody. And not say that they have to, because it's obviously a no-brainer that nobody has to support anybody. Anybody with a 3/4 of a brain could figure that out. Nobody is supposed to support anybody if they don't want to or if they don't have to. That's a no-brainer. Even the person with no brain could figure that out. Obviously, people don't have to support you. But anyway, there are people in higher positions that don't want to help anybody. And it's like, if you're in a certain position and you quote unquote care about people and you're all about this positivity and you're all for the people and all these things, if you're in a higher position, if you're not going to help somebody and all you're doing is talking down on them, that means you possibly trying to hurt that person. All right? Not saying that you're trying to hurt them, but what you're saying is to hurt that person. Not even saying that it's hurtful, because if somebody is in a higher position and they're even noticing you, I'd take that as a positive. I'd take that as a good thing. It's something that you're doing. And even if it's wrong, even though what we do is wrong, wrong, wrong. We're gonna hustle till the sun come up. Crack a 40 when the sun go down. It's a cold winter. All right, yo, even if what we do is wrong, all right, better not be cracking no 40. Even though what we do is wrong, all right, like Les Brown said, if it's worth doing right, I'm gonna do it wrong until I get it right. All right, if it's worth doing, I'll do it wrong until I get it right. So if somebody has an opinion and they're not lending out no helping hands, if they're not lending out no positive advice, all right, I thought we all wanted to see each other win. Are we real or are we fake now? I thought we all wanted to see each other win. If you not in a position to lend out a helping hand, then you shouldn't be saying anything. Because if what you have to say is not helping the person, is only possibly going to be hurtful towards that person. All right, don't give nobody the power to hurt you. All right, once you become aware that nobody can hurt you unless you allow it, don't allow it to happen, even if that's their aim or that's their goal or that's what they're trying to achieve. All right, because if you believe, all right, they will achieve. All right, if you believe it, you will receive it. It works both positively and it works both negatively. If somebody has something negative to say, don't believe it. Don't receive it, and they won't achieve it. All right. Even if it hurts, if somebody says something negative, like, wow, man, I thought I was doing something right. I thought I was doing something good. That made me feel some type of way. You know what? I'm going to dissociate myself from the person. I'm going to dissociate myself from how I feel about that. I'm gonna put some distance between me and that. Instead of saying I feel like this, instead of saying I'm sad over that, I'm gonna say, you know what? That makes me feel some kind of way. So that puts distance. Instead of saying I am blank, say, you know what? That makes me feel some type of way. That'll put distance between what the person said and you. So that way it'll be you'll put some space on it, all right, and it won't be as upfront and personal. You won't be taking it personal, and you won't be internalizing what what possibly might be a hater has to say. All right, not everybody's a hater, but you know, if somebody has something to say and it's not helpful, if they're not trying to help and you're in the business of helping people or motivating people or saying positive things, what are you really doing? You're better off not saying anything at all and watching them crash into a brick wall, if that's really your aim. But if you are there to help, if you're there to be a positive person, why have anything to say in the first place if it ain't good? I thought if you ain't have nothing good to say, you wasn't supposed to say nothing at all, damn it. But you got people who are egotistical and caught up in who they are and what they became, and I'm this and I'm that. Like, what were you before that, sir? Well, yeah, what were you before that? Because I mean, you must have been lower than low. If now you have reached a high, and now you reached a high just to make other people feel low. What part of the game is that? What part of the game is that? Okay, I don't see I don't see me taking part in any of that. I don't see myself having to do with any of that. And on top of that, you want to talk down another person, or you want to talk down a fellow brother and point out their flaws. You want to talk down a fellow sister and point out her flaws. Say something constructive. Say something positive. If you don't have nothing positive to say about somebody, what are you really saying? What are you even talking about them for? Especially if you're in a higher position. I thought you was I thought it was I thought it was lonely at the top, but I didn't think it was that lonely that you need to start looking down on people and talking down on people. All right? Pointing out flaws and whatnot. You're not doing that right. That's wrong. This is supposed to be like that. I mean, I'd even take that, but they're not even doing that. They just have something negative to say because they're starting to see you. You're starting to spread like wildfire. You're starting to gain traction in what you're doing, and there are people who have an issue with it. There's somebody who has a problem with it. It's like that person at your job that's like a assistant manager, but they see you moving up in the ranks, and they either never thought you would, didn't think you would, didn't want to see you do it. All right, but low key, secretly, they knew they might have been watching you the whole entire time. They might have told themselves, oh, this person will never make it. Look at them. They don't even know what they're doing. They don't even know how to do it right. Do it right. They don't even know how to do it right. They don't even know how to do it right. This person doesn't even know how to do it right. This person will never make it. Who do they think they are? But it's like everybody is somebody. All right, aren't we all allowed to think that we're somebody? Everybody got an ego. Whether you allow it to control you when it goes out of control, that's up to the person. That's up to each one of us as an individual. But you have some people who have never been anything in life, and then they become something finally by the grace of God, and they let it. Don't let it go to your head, no. Don't let it go to your head, no. They let it go to their head. They let it go all the way to their head. All right, I thought I was big headed. They let it go all the way to the head. Okay, um, and it's not even constructive. All right, what happened to reach out and touch someone? What happened to say something to help someone, to heal someone, to reveal to someone that, hey, this should be like that. You're moving incorrectly. What happened to that? Are we that much in competition with each other? Is it that cutthroat today? Is it that cutthroat? All right, but hey, it is what it is. We don't need anybody else's support. If they ain't supporting, they ain't important. And it's obvious Anybody with a no brain could figure out that nobody's supposed to. They don't have to support you, obviously. But they just because they don't have to support us doesn't mean they got to have something ignorant to say. If you care about what somebody's doing that much, that's on you. All right. And if they care about what you're doing that much, it means you're doing something right. You're doing something positive. You're doing something constructive. And what you're doing may be better than them. What you're doing may be better than theirs. So if they feel some type of way about it and they can't come to you in their feelings, what else? Using logic and common sense, what else are you supposed to expect? I mean, what else are you supposed to suspect? All right. Not accusing nobody of nothing, but it's just you can only see and witness so many times of someone doing something before you start to just use common sense and pure logic and put two and two together. Like, yo, what's up with you? Why? That's unnecessary. Don't you have a whole business to focus on? Don't you have a whole job to focus on? You done made it, bruh. You pretty much made it. You're in a position that some people would even dream to be in, hope to be in. You're in a position some people are working towards being in. You can't focus on that. You can't focus on where you at. We making so much noise at the quote unquote bottom. All right, we making so much noise working our way up. I thought you was all the way up. I feel blessed. I thought you was all the way up, feeling blessed and whatnot. But we're making so much noise working our way up. You just have to pay attention to it. You just have to find something wrong with it. You're doing that wrong. You just got to point out a flaw or two or five. What's happening, player? What's happening? Because I mean, if you work your way up to a higher position, that's the only reason why you did it is to look down at people beneath you. Is it that lonely at the top? You that bored at the top? I mean, shout out. You see how many people I got around me? Hello, 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 hello. Besides other folks and whatnot, but I'm in these quarters that I'm blessed to have and grateful to have and highly favored to have. You see who's around me? Hello. Like, is it that lonely at the top? I thought it was lonely at the top, but you eat better and you sleep better and your receipts better. All right, am I wrong? Like, bro, I would be so focused on living my life and being successful, but that's how you know people ain't really happy like that. People worked all like that's gotta be unfortunate. That's an unfortunate circumstance to work your way all the way up to what seems to be the top, and to be miserable, to be low key throwing shade at other folks. That's a hard spot to be in, baby. That's woo wee. I'm not working to become successful for that. I'm worked my way all the way up here so I could have things to say about other people who I feel, I feel who aren't doing it right. Because my opinion, I'm all the way up here, and I've been doing it since Jesus had rope sandal slippers on, and this is how I feel about it. Oh, okay, okay, oh, okay, all right. You've been doing it so long that you feel that you got an opinion to share about everybody else trying to do their thing. More power to you. All right, but hey, it's you have your right to have your opinion and what you want to say, and I have my power and opinion to ignore it and act like it don't exist. Because sooner or later, it's just not going to benefit me to be paying attention to it unless I'm putting a positive spin on it to educate other people on how to deal with things like this and how to view things like this, because the people need positive messages, especially when there's people like this who work their way all the way to get to a place where people could only dream of. People looking up to you. All right. Now it's a situation where idols become rivals. I mean, whoa, whoa. All right. I thought you become better to not become bitter. What type of situation are we dealing with here? I thought we become better to not be bitter. I really thought that. I really hold that near and dear. I don't play around when it comes to self-improvement and when it comes to doing what I need to do so that other people can have their shot and other people can have their chance. You know, um, I'm not nowhere close to where I want to be yet, but I'm not where I was, and I'm grateful for that. You know, even with what I'm blessed to have right now, I'm grateful for everything I have. Some people may see it as nothing. I see it as something. And if somebody has an issue with the gifts that I have or what I'm blessed to do or what I feel I've been called to do, then hey, that's just where you're at with it, and that's where you're gonna have to be with it because ain't no stopping us now. We got the groove. Ain't no stopping us now. There's no stopping us now. All right, they can't stop you. Don't let them stop you. All right, don't let what another person has to say affect your day because just because they may be in a higher position or they may be um, doing things at a greater rate. You know, just because they're in a higher position and just because they appear to be greater, it doesn't mean they are. Just because somebody's in a higher position and just because somebody looks like they're doing great, it doesn't mean they are. Just because somebody could appear to be happy, it doesn't mean they are. There are a lot of people who become rich and successful and work their way to the top and they're still miserable. They don't know how to be happy. If happiness came and ringed itself and put itself back in a box and had a bow wrapped around it and was waiting for him on the doorstep. Special delivery. Can I have that? Special delivery. I need that. Special delivery. Can I have that? When I got older and I heard that song, I died laughing. She was like, "Can I have that?" I'm like, "Yo, what's she?" I'm like, "Oh, that's what it meant. Special delivery. Okay." Um, I'm like, "Why are you asking like that, shorty?" I'm like, "Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, special delivery." Um, People in higher positions, it's like if you don't want to help nobody, don't hurt nobody, bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't want to help nobody, don't try to hurt nobody because they can't hurt you if you don't accept the hurt. If you don't if you feel hurt about anything, forgive yourself for feeling hurt about it. Then you don't even have to deal with them. Somebody gets on your nerves, forgive yourself for letting them get on your nerves. It's deep. It's deep, all right? Forgive yourself for feeling hurt. Forgive yourself for feeling some type of way about it. All right. This may have been somebody that you looked up to. This may have been somebody that you appreciated. And now it feels like, they might be throwing low key shade at you. Forgive yourself for feeling that way. You know what? I forgive myself for feeling that way. I choose to let go of that negative feeling. I don't have to feel that way. What thoughts led me to feeling like this? Is there a negative story that I'm holding on to? Because when you work on yourself, you get cut it off at the root. Cut it off at the root. You don't even have to deal with them. This is how deep self-improvement goes, and it's a wonderful thing, and it's an amazing thing because to keep going back to the person that is causing the thought, like not even that they're causing the thought, but to keep going back to the thing that is making you or causing you to think that way, because we're not putting anything on other folks. We're dealing with ourselves, all right, as a mature person, all right. So to cut it off at the root, what brought me to thinking this way? What brought me to thinking this way, which created the feeling within me that I'm currently experiencing? Is there a negative story that I'm holding on to? Is something that they said triggered me to rethink about something that I went through previously? You figure that out, you write that question down, go through that with your mind, and ask yourself, is this something that I have to be worried about? Because I'm not supposed to be worried at all. Is in the grand scheme of things, is this something that I have to make a big deal about? Am I turning a molehill into a mountain? Is this something that I really have to be concerned with? No. All right. Does this have to stay here? Does this feeling have to stay here? Do I have to continue to deal with this? Or can I just go off and enjoy myself and enjoy my day? That's how you deal with things. You deal with yourself, and you could cut off the other person and not even deal with them. Because we live in a world, y'all. We live in a world where people spend a lot of time, so much time, working their way all the way to get to the top, just to throw shade at people that have just got off the bottom with rocks. All right, you may be this much off the bottom, you may be that much off the bottom. Congratulations, you're headed to the top. You done made it off the bottom. Doesn't matter if you could step down one ladder step and the bottom's right there. Doesn't matter. You took some steps and you got that much up off the ground, and now you're climbing up the ladder towards success. Some people don't even want to see you get there, because if you hop on the ladder, all you got to do is keep climbing. At that point, he made it on the ladder. She made it on the ladder. They don't know what to do now. Starting foaming at the... You ever seen that episode of King of the Hill where that dude had anger problems? That's why I never wanted to have anger problems. But man, that's why I never had to one. That's why I never wanted to have anger problems. Dude on King of the Hill is one of my favorite cartoons. He's talking about, like, he had a problem with anger, and him and Hank was trying to help him with his anger, and he got upset with his wife or something like that. He started barking. He's like, start foaming at the mouth and stuff. I'm like, oh snap. I'm like, me and my brother was cracking up at that. That was very, very funny show. All right, very comical experience that we had watching that cartoon. Very funny. But it's like, is that how they feel? You work all the way to get to a position that people would love to be in. All right, you're having your way. You're dripping. You dress nice. All right, dress nice. Got your favorite hat on and all that. Okay. All right, you're doing you. All right, you got your favorite hat on, got nice little jackets on and all that. You're driving something nice with your favorite hat on, and you got your smooth criminal thriller night jacket on and all that. All right, you doing your thing, man. You doing it. You doing it. Are you in a position that people would love to be in? All right, I'm not mad because I'm not there yet. You don't see me throwing shade or anything because I'm not there yet. All right, I'm going to keep pushing. Push it real good. Push it real good. I'm just keeping it pushing, man. I'm just keeping on. All right, I'm keeping it going. All right. We're not going to let anybody hold us back. We're polishing up our act. Ain't nobody stopping us now. We got the groove. All right? We're not letting anyone or anything stop us from this point on forward. And if anything that anyone says makes us have any type of negative vibe or anything like that, we're going to deal with ourselves. We're not even going to deal with them. We're able to take them out the equation, all just by dealing with ourselves. And that's an amazing thing, because you keep dealing with the other person, they're going to keep causing you to think of, they're going to keep causing you to think about that negative experience, and you're going to end up being on a one-track mind. It's going to be the same old song, just going around, just a loop. All right, some people that make money off loops, but that's not one of them. That's not one of the loops you could miss. Nothing wrong with a good loop. All right, if you could put that thing together and slice it up and touch it, bring it, babe, watch it, turn it, leave it, stop, format it. If you could, touch it, leave it, watch it, turn it, format it. All right. If you could hook that loop up and do something for you, you got it. You get some people that if you have heard music within the last I don't know how long, there's just some of it is just a repetitive loop. $1 million. But it's not what you loop, it's how you loop it. And you know what? I can't even say that. I'm not gonna say it's not what you loop. It's not just what you loop, it's how you loop it. There we go. Shout out to all the producers out there. There's people in higher positions that don't want to help anybody, and that's okay. We don't need your help. We don't need your help. Who's no, we're not asking for help from you. You can feel free to help anybody you want. Feel free to help any aspiring young people out there doing their thing that you want. But we also guess what we don't need. If we don't need your help, what makes you think we need your hurt? If we don't need your help, what makes you think we need your hurt? You all the way at the top, sir. You doing it big, sir. What makes a person or madam? All right, can't forget the ladies at the top. All right, I know some ladies out there, and it's like, why won't you let me in the sister circle? They don't want you in the sister circle because they're afraid you're gonna take over the sister circle. It's gonna become your circle. They're gonna have to bow down and worship you. Not to say that's what you would want, but that's what they think that's what the little person at the top, the snobby person, the snobby one, thinks is going to happen. But it's like, why should anybody have to bow down and worship anybody? We all kings and queens out here, right? So why work to get into a position just to look down on? Ha 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 ha! Look at all these small people beneath me. I should step on them. Hey, you ain't gonna be stepping on me. Say, shit, you're not gonna be stepping on me. I'm an AI my way up out of that thing. I'm a hot sauce my way out that thing. Crossover hot sauce move. Ain't gonna be stepping on Druuill. But yo, they wanna point out your flaws, you know, and even if they did that, you could still take something from that. So it's like you gotta have a mind that will allow you to win no matter what. Even if people pointing out your flaws, you did that wrong. You did that wrong. Oh yeah, I am. Yeah. Okay, yo, keep going. Mm-hmm. Grab your little notebook, pen and pad. I'm doing this wrong. Oh, all right. Oh man, why'd you say that? Oh man. And then go fix everything. If what they said is right, go fix it all. So that way, go fix everything. And then if it's actually wrong, all right. Sometimes some things don't need to be fixed, but you'll have people who will say you're doing something wrong because they want you to switch your method up. So that way, you won't be able to continue to check it up. All right. But if you need to switch anything, if you need to change anything, if you need to fix anything, just ask God to show you. All right. If people start feeling some type of way about what you're doing, just go to God. Be like, yo, God, infinite intelligence, lead me in the right direction to do my best work. Lead me in the right direction to create my best creations. God, help me to be helpful, not hurtful, better, and not bitter. Simple. Keep it plain and simple. Write the vision, make it plain. All right, because you're fly, and they see you. They see you flapping your wings. You about to take off ground. Imagine like a bird that's already flying, looking down on a bird that just grew his wings and it's feeling itself because it's got its wingspan now. It's like, oh, okay, no more walking around. No more waddling around. Oh, this is how this works. Oh, they attempt to fly. They fail the first few times. And then after a while, they finally start to woof, 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 woof. They flying now. But hey, that's just life. That's the laws of nature. Sometimes, if not all the time, you will have to watch out for other birds trying to peck you down, trying to pull you down. Even if it seems like they're already at the top. You already been flying. What you worried about me for? You're in the way. How am I in the way? Because I said so, and that's how I feel. Okay. I got the best wings out here. This is my air. I've been flying before you was even hatched as a chicklet. Um, okay. I could tell you dealing with something here. So you fly and don't really feel you as fly as you thought you were. But that you know what? I'm not even going. Sounds like a personal problem. Sounds like something you got to take up with the most fly. All right, sounds like something you got to take up with your flyer self. Since we're talking about birds here, there are people in higher positions that don't want to help nobody. They just want to talk down and point out your flaws, and that's okay. If they point out anything positive, go work on it. Go change it. Go touch it, bring it, babe. Stop it, work it, leave it, stop, format it. Go fix that thing. Go. It's different, man. Different. Go, remix it. All right. Put it down, flip it, reverse it. Do whatever you got to do to make yourself better, but don't stop because of what people say. If you have to, if what they said is something that it hits a certain spot or it makes you feel like you got to make some alterations, if you have to make a positive change, hey, if you feel like you need to make a positive change, go to God first. Be like, yo, God, do I need to change anything? Do I need to fix anything? Or am I doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing? And how you called me according to your according to my purpose to do it for you, because we serve God. We don't serve man. We serve God. We don't serve men's opinion. All right. Do not bow down nor serve them. Don't make somebody else's opinion your God. Just because you're just trying to do a good job. All right. And that's where this really comes from. When people are working towards success, you might be, what do they call it? You might be a, what the hell do they call that thing? You might be a not a procrastinator. You might be a perfectionist. There we go. You're definitely not a procrastinator watching this channel, but you might be a perfectionist. So it might be some internal things that you have to deal with when people get to running their mouth, thinking that they know everything just because they've been doing something possibly longer than you. All right, we have respect for everybody. You're an OG, much respect. All right, you've been going in and going hard and going ham, much respect. All right, much respect. But it comes a point to where it's like paying homage ain't even enough. Especially you done been respectful, tried to pay homage, supported, and they still want to come at you like you're not important. That's okay. All right, you may have we don't need anyone's support. That's a no brainer. But if you're not trying to help, don't try to hurt. All right, if you won't be helpful, why you got to be hurtful? Because it sounds like you're dealing with something that you got to take up with the most fly. Sounds like it's something you need to take up with your flyer self. You need to get back in touch with your flyer self. Don't be mad at somebody trying to spread their wings and take flight. If you are, sound like something you got to take up with your flyer self, homie, big homie. Say, take it up with your flyer self. Don't be mad at the people who just got one foot up off the ground, literally. They're just trying to climb their way up the ladder to success. You could lie. I didn't know you could. I didn't know there was crabs in the bucket at the top. How's that work? You in an alternate universe, like a Rick and Morty, like a Rick and Morty show, where you stick your claw in a top portal and it come up out the ground. You putting your hand through a portal and your claw come up out the dirt or something. I'm gonna find a way to pull you down. All right. I'm gonna find a way to AI hot sauce J.A. Morant. All right, when they let him play again, if he's playing right now, I don't watch it. I don't know, but yeah, I don't entertain. I don't become. I'm not entertained by too much television. My box stay black. It's just there, just black. I don't know what to tell y'all, man. I do know what to tell y'all because I just told y'all in the video. But shout out to your main man Drew too, all right. But yo, it's like why work your way all the way to get to a certain position just to look down on other people and have the nerve to be a chatty patty about what you see other people doing? Like, and isn't that why people want to go off and do their own thing to begin with? Like, what you don't have to support, but yo, you don't have to try to shoot people down either. If you don't have nothing supportive to say and you don't have anything to try to help somebody, you're just voluntarily putting yourself in the way. And everybody has their own right to their opinion. Everybody is obliged to have what they want to say. They say what they want to say. I can't even say it like Orlando Brown said, but yo, they be saying what they want to say. They say what they want to say. They be saying what they want to say, yo. And they feel that their opinion is God. They feel that what they say just reigns supreme over everybody and everything. Yo, they wake up in the morning and they be like, let there be my opinion. Don't worry about their opinionated self. You stay focused. You stay on the grind and you keep moving and you keep grooving because ain't no stopping us now. You got the groove, all right? And don't get out of groove. Otherwise, the music will stop, just like when you turn off a record. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. For the record, everybody smash that like button, smash that share button, and don't forget to subscribe because we all the way live. This has been another DruTube special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. I'll see you all in the next video. We out.